Hey, so what's going on? In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to clone yourself with AI. Literally, you're going to be able to create a digital twin. So if you are someone who doesn't have enough time to create content, or you actually want to produce a mass amount of content so you can do stuff like split testing, I'm going to show you where basically you can plug yourself into AI where you can clone your voice, you can clone your look, you merge them together, and all you have to do is type in prompts and it's going to say exactly what you want. So by the end of it, you can create a video just like this.
Hey, quick question. Do I look real to you? Because the truth is, this isn't me. I'm an AI clone of Marquise. And in this video, you'll see exactly how I was created.
All right, so let's kick this thing off. So in this video, as I said, we're going to be talking about how you can create your own digital twin so you can create content on autopilot. And this is going to be perfect for any business owners who want to be able to create more content without more effort. So now let's talk about the problem. Why is this even something that you would want to do? And first, content is critical for growth. You cannot grow your business if no one knows who you are. It's like basically opening up a nice store in the middle of the desert. If no one ever visits the desert, no one ever buys. So that's why being able to do this is going to allow you to create content instantly and with ease. And the other problem is recording is exhausting. Even now, I'm recording this video, and as much as I actually love creating content, recording can be exhausting. So now just think if you have the ability to create like 5 to 10 clips almost in minutes. Whereas if you were to do that yourself, obviously that may take you hours, days, months. And the thing is a lot of business owners just don't have time for filming. Many of them, many of us, we're just out running the business, making things happen. And so trying to find the time to actually sit down and record content can be very daunting. And now the solution to that is going to be to use AI tools to create your digital twin. And we're going to use two tools to make this happen. The first one is called HeyGen. And HeyGen is a tool that allows you to build an AI avatar that looks just like you. And it's a very simple tool. All you have to do is upload a video of yourself in a particular scene, and then it's going to create an avatar. So now going forward, you can actually replicate that look and feel with any particular content. And then we use another tool called ElevenLabs. And ElevenLabs allows you to create a voice clone of yourself. And so now you don't just have a video that looks like you also have the voice of yourself. And just like a Jen, you're just gonna upload recordings of yourself, and the more you upload, the better it gets. And sampling your voice to where it's almost 100% accuracy. And you have these two things put together, and you're gonna see exactly what it looks like. So step one, the very first thing we need to do is upload a video of ourselves in HeyGen. And just like now, you want to make sure you have a good background and just especially when you're recording your audio, I'll talk about later, you'll also want to make sure you have a good microphone as well. And this is going to allow you to create that avatar that looks just like you. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to switch to my screen so you can actually see HeyGen, and then we're going to log in and you can just kind of take a look around and see what it looks like. All right, so now I'm on the HeyGen site. And HeyGen, as I mentioned, is an AI video avatar. And it's a real cool technology because you don't even just have to have an avatar of yourself. They also have like these pre-built avatars that you can utilize this yourself. So just think if you wanted to create like content training or different types of documentation, and you don't necessarily need it to look like you can use one of their particular avatars and even use one of their voices, and you can create an avatar that way. But we're talking about it from the standpoint of you, the business owner, who wanted to create content that looks like you, sounds like you, pretty much all the same mannerisms. So that's what we're going to be talking about. But before we dive in, I'm also just going to quickly touch on the pricing because HeyGen is super affordable to use. You can literally use it starting out for free. So with the free plan, you're going to be able to do a lot of stuff that I'll show you in this video. The only problem is with the free plan is, of course, there's a limit. You only get to do 3 videos per month. So if you're really trying to take this serious, 3 videos a month is probably not going to be enough for you. That's why with the unlimited plan, or should I say the creator plan, it's $29 a month. That allows you to get unlimited videos. So just that in itself is going to really take your content game up to the next level by being able to go from only 3 videos a month to unlimited videos a month. And also the free plan does put on a watermark as well that just says like HeyGen in the bottom corner. And with the creator plan, you don't get that. So now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to log in and then kind of show you what the process looks like. Okay, so now I am here and I am logged into HeyGen. And once you first log in, this is exactly what you're going to see. So you can see here, you basically have all these different options of things that you do. I always like to go to the left side because this is pretty much where you're going to find stuff. So we got here avatars, and this is where you can see all of the avatars that HeyGen already comes with. So you can see all of these different, what they call public avatars. that you can use to even have one that looks like Santa. If you wanted to have Santa say whatever you wanted him to say, you can click on his avatar and use it. The other option, like I said, is basically being able to create your own avatar. And so, like if I was to click on this one here, what I have done here is I've uploaded a video of myself. And then with this particular plan that I'm on, it allows you to create one avatar. And that's my primary avatar here. And then basically you get to create up to 300 different looks. And looks is basically like your avatar is in different scenes. So I have the primary one here, but I also have other videos of me in other scenes as well. So you can continue to upload other videos of you in different scenes, different outfits. So that way you're not always using the same avatar, and you get up to 300, which is just insane. That's almost like basically saying you can have 300 different looks of yourself. And then at any point, you can come in here and create content using your particular self. So now, like if I wanted to say create a new look here, I would just upload it, and it's basically going to give me the options here to say, okay, do you want to have a digital twin, which is where you're using a video to create an avatar? Or you can also use a photo of yourself to create the avatar. And that's especially more so if you're trying to do like the cartoon style looking avatars. But we're trying to do the digital twin. So, like I said, it really looks and feels like you. So if I was to click on this one here, this is what you're going to see as if you were doing it the very first time, creating your upload on your avatar. Is going to walk you through these similar steps here, where it basically tells you about how the footage should look. So use the right equipment. It says to submit at least 2 to 5 minutes. My video clip was I think about 45 seconds or so. It says at least 30 seconds. You want to make sure in that video, you're kind of like always looking ahead and you're not kind of like talking to anyone else in the video. You only want to be the person in that video because it's literally trying to replicate you and your mannerisms. And then also you want to make sure you have good lighting, like in the screenshot here with the dark lighting, you don't want to have that. And then also you can enable gesture detection. So that way, like if you're, doing hand movements and stuff like that, it's going to simulate that type of stuff in the video as well. So like if I was to click on here and say next, all you have to do now is upload your footage. So if you have pre-existing footage of yourself, like, for instance, I just had a picture of me in my backyard talking. I was talking about something completely different, but I was able to upload that video. Like I said, it was about 45 seconds or so and use that as footage. Or you can just record right now. Like you can literally click on the button that says record via webcam, and then HeyGen is going to open up the webcam on your machine. And then all you have to do is talk to it for a couple of minutes or a couple of seconds. Like I said, at least up to 30 to give some footage. And then you're going to save it. And then once you save it, it's then going to create your avatar. So now you can then use it going forward. And that's all that's really necessary at this stage on the HeyGen part. And so now what I'm going to do here is show you how to then clone your voice using the other software called Eleven. All right, so in step 2, what we need to do is now clone the voice with ElevenLabs. Now, HeyGen does have the ability to clone your voice, but ElevenLabs is a tool that specializes in it. So that's why I use both. You can definitely use the voice cloner in HeyGen, but I just found that it doesn't give the level of accuracy that ElevenLabs does. And that's just because it's a lot of times tools are sometimes good at one thing and may not be the best at all things. So like, for instance, HeyGen is really, really good at creating the AI video avatar, and ElevenLabs is really, really good at creating the voice. And that the beauty of it is that you can integrate the two together. So now you have the video in HeyGen, but it's also using your voice in ElevenLabs. And so all you need to do is sign up for a plan with ElevenLabs and upload a short sample of yourself, 1 to 2 minutes. And what it's going to do is create a natural sounding model of your voice. It's not going to sound super robotic. It's going to feel authentic and professional. And you can even adjust settings in it to like the speed and the likeness of it, the cadence, just to make sure that you can super fine tune how your voice starts. So now I'm going to switch back over to my screen, go into ElevenLabs, and show you how that setup works. All right, so now I'm on the ElevenLabs website. Just so you know, you're in the right place. And this is what it looks like. As it says, the most realistic voice AI platform. And I can say it definitely is. It's really good. And all you have to do is come here and sign up, and then you'll be able to get into the back end where I can actually show you how it works. But just like before with HeyGen, this software, once again, pricing is super affordable. Now you can get started with the free plan. So you literally can do most things that you need. But for what we want, we really need something like the starter or the creator plan. And I must tell you the differences. So what the starter plan is, you actually need that to do the voice cloning. because you can't really do the voice cloning in the free plan. It allows you to basically do text to speech in the free plan, but you can only use their voices because ElevenLabs has their own set of voices that you can choose from, but we don't want to use their voices. We want to use our voice. So that's why you have to have at least the starter plan, which is $5 a month, which allows you to do instant voice cloning. But I'm also actually on the professional, or should I say the creator plan, because this allows you to do what they call professional voice cloning. Now, and how that works in ElevenLabs is, as I mentioned, ElevenLabs is really, really good at doing voice cloning. And so their instant voice cloning that they have, you just the same way with the professional, you upload a couple of clips of yourself, but it creates your voice clone almost within less than maybe a minute. It doesn't analyze the data that long. It just reads it, it listens to your voice, and then instantly kind of creates a clone of it. And it still sounds like you, but if you really want to go all in and have something that sounds super like life, that's why the professional voice cloning plan is even better, because this one allows you to upload up to 2 hours of your audio footage, and then it crunches all that data over the matter of maybe a couple of hours, and then it creates the voice clone for you. So, like I said, both of them will clone your voice. It's just a level of quality. So, I would say definitely just try them both. You could always start with the starter because in this presentation, I'm going to show you both. And if you think that you want to see how it sounds with the professional voice cloning, it's only like $6 extra. So it's not going to be super expensive. Okay, so now we are logged into ElevenLabs, and this is what it looks like when you're in the backside. And so what we want to do here is come to where it says voices here. And this is where we can see the voice library. And as I mentioned, they have tons and tons of different voices that are just, they have licenses to that you can use. So voices in different languages, dialects, stuff like that, that you can utilize for doing text to speech and things of that nature. But as I mentioned, we want to be doing our own voice. So this is where you would click on my voice is here. And it gives you this button here where you can create or clone a voice. So if I was to click on create or clone a voice here, it gives me these options of what I can do here. So like as I mentioned, if you were on the $5 plan where you can do the instant voice cloning, you would be selecting this option here, which says instant voice clone. And I'm gonna just kind of actually go back just so we can kind of read all those things. So clone your voice with only 10 seconds of audio. And you can see it only takes about 2 minutes before it does that, but you only need about 10 seconds of audio. So it takes a little bit of your audio and then tries to do its best job on creating a voice clone. So you can almost use it instantly. But then the professional voice clone, it shows here this is to create the most realistic digital replica of your voice. And it requires at least 30 minutes of clean audio, all the way up to 2 hours. And you can only do one of these per plan. So as you can see, I already has even used it right now. So it tells me that it's grayed out because I've already created my professional voice clone. And so once you already create your professional voice clone, you can't delete it. All you can do is edit it to make it better and make changes to it. So what that looks like here is in my instant voice clone. If I wanted to do that one, I would just click on instant voice clone here. I would just either click on this button to where I can record some audio right now, or if I just had some MP3 files or some video files that have footage of me speaking, you can just upload that here, and then it's going to create the clone for you. You just give it a name, and then now you can actually use it going forward. And then with the professional voice clone here, similar process, like if I was to click here, which it won't allow me to because I'm already using it, but my professional voice clone, you can see it's in the list. That's why I have this PVC step, professional voice clone. Like if I was to come here and click on edit, you can kind of see this is the process that I went through when I set it up. So when I was to click on it, you basically give it your name. You can give it like your accent, your the gender, just so it kind of knows for database purposes. And then on here on the right side, this is where you upload all the samples of yourself. So as you can see here right now, I can upload up to 2 hours, and I've only uploaded about 30 minutes. And the clone from the video that I played earlier sounds pretty much like me, but it could actually even get better. So what I'm going to do is just continue to add more audio of myself till I get all the way to this 2 hours here. And then we'll be looking at almost 100% digital replica of my voice here. And so you can come here, like I said, you can upload more samples or you can record yourself. Now, obviously, recording yourself and trying to do 2 hours is going to be tough. So that's why usually with this one, up to 2 hours, it's going to be easier to just upload recordings of yourself. Like if you've done something like a webinar or a speaking event or anything to where you have good audio of yourself, just continue to upload those files here, and then it'll continually to make your voice better. And so that's how you create your voice clone. So now we've already created the AI clone in HeyGen, and now I've showed you how to create your voice clone here on ElevenLabs. And now this is the fun part. In step three, we get to combine both of those things together. We go into HeyGen and we select the avatar that we created, and then we can add whatever the text we want the text to be. We can give it the voice that we created in 11 Labs, and then we're gonna create that video that now we can basically go and put on social media and do whatever we want to it. So I'm going to walk you through the process of how both of those things work. All right, now before we actually can start with creating the video project in HeyGen, the first thing you have to do is integrate ElevenLabs into HeyGen so your voice is available. And the way you do that is very simple. You're going to come back here to the main screen and you're going to click here where it says voices at. And then onto this screen here, you can see all of the ones that I've already kind of integrated and created here. But what you would do on the very first time is you're going to click where here is where it says integrate third party voice. And I've already done this for two different providers. So like ElevenLabs is one of them. But say for instance, if I haven't, this would be blank for you. What you would do is you would click on here that says import voice. And then you're going to select ElevenLabs. And then you're going to have to get your API key. Now, if we go back to ElevenLabs here, and if we go to our settings section here, all right, so now that we're back in ElevenLabs, what we need to do is get our API key. So once you're logged in, you're just going to click on developer here at the bottom left, and I'm just going to move my face so I can click on it. And then under developers, you're going to see API keys here. The API keys, what you're going to want to do is click on create new key. And then you want to give it a name. So like in my example, I just say something like HeyGen. You want to uncheck restrict key so it has access to do what it needs to do. And then you click on create key here. And then it gives you this key here. So you would just copy it to the clipboard. And then you would take this back over to HeyGen here. You would paste in your key and then click on confirm. And then what happens is now you can basically select the videos that you created in HeyGen in ElevenLabs. So they now show up in HeyGen. So like if I was to go back to ElevenLabs here, we can see under my voices, I have three different voices here that I created. And you can see those three different voices here at the top. You can see my voice clone, another one here that was a clone. So these are both the instant clones. And then you can see my PVC, which is my professional clone. So if I wanted to use those in HeyGen, I would just click on, on, and then now those voices actually show up here. So now if you were to look at the list of my voices here, you see them in that list. So that was necessary before we can actually continue. But now we go into the process of actually creating a video, which is super simple. We just click here on this button that says create video. And then it's going to ask us, what do we want to do? Do we want to do like a portrait or a landscape video? In this case, I'm just going to say, let's do a portrait video. And next we're going to select here and say avatars. And then we're going to click our avatar here. And then I'm going to select this main avatar. And so now it's here in the layout, and I can just kind of like move it over. And so of course, this particular view is for something like Instagram Reels, TikTok, etc. And so right now it's not saying anything. I'm just going to give it a title. We're going to call this a test here. And this is where you put in the script of where you want what you want your avatar to say. So like if I wanted this to say, hello, how are you doing today? That's done. And then I also just need to make sure it's still using my voice. So I come in here in this drop down list, and then under voice, under my voices, you can see all of the different voices that I have. So this is like the voice that I have here from ElevenLabs plus some other ones as well. So I'm just going to select this one here. And so now we're basically telling this to use this video and to use that particular voice. And if I click on play here, it may take a couple of seconds. Let's see if it'll play for us or not. Okay, yeah. So it looks like it didn't play because I'm actually have my audio come out, but I'll do a demonstration of that a little bit later here. And so now that part is done. And even if you wanted to do captions here, you just click on the button that says captions, and then it'll even put the captions here for whatever you have. And so the cool part about this is, it's like, oh man, I don't even know what I wanted to say now. You showed me how to create my avatar. How do I have it come up with a cool script? This is where you go to somewhere like ChatGPT, and you can go to ChatGPT and say, hey, I want you to help me create like a viral TikTok or a script for Instagram Reel about XYZ. And then you just take that script from ChatGPT and then you just copy it and paste it. So like right now, I'm just gonna copy and paste something that I have on my other screen that's completely unrelated here. And then I'm just gonna so I'm gonna paste it in there. And so that's how you would kind of do that. And now once you're ready to generate the video, you just click on this button here at the top and you can give it a name. So I'm calling it a test here. You can change like the resolution. I usually kind of leave these all at the defaults here. And then of course, if you don't want the watermark, you just have to make sure that this like is unchecked. But of course, you only see that on the creator plan. And then you just click on submit from there. And that's it. You have now just created your own AI clone, your digital twin that you can use and reuse over and over and over again. So now anytime that you want to create a new video, all you have to do is that same process. You come into HeyGen, you click on create video. You basically say if you wanted to do portrait or landscape, you select your AVI avatar you created, you select your voice, and then you just dump in the script. And you don't have to have this program, HeyGen, do the captions for you. I actually prefer to do the captions usually in other apps like CapCut or the other app called captions. So what you can do once you actually have this AI avatar created is just download it, and then you can download it to your phone, or if you like to edit on your computer and do your captions there, you can do it that way also. But you can see like all of these are different videos here, and all of these videos all say something completely different. I'm just was testing to see, like if I look at this one as an example here, that you can see the captions for here. I'm just going to click on play. It's not going to play the audio, but you can see like the captions are there, the mannerisms are there, and so you can have something like that. And we did this in probably less than 10 minutes. So all you would need to do is just find some great footage of yourself from the video standpoint, find some great audio of yourself from audio standpoint, upload it to both programs, merge it, and then now all you got to do is type what do you want it to say, and you have your own avatar. And the cool thing about this, more so than anything, like I said, is that you don't have to always have your avatar having the same look and feel. Like maybe I want to have an avatar that has a suit on. Maybe I want to have my avatar that has this shirt on. Maybe I want it to be me walking down the street in another one. And all you have to do is just when you come and create your first avatar, you just go back to where you have your avatars here, and you just create what it's called a new look for it. So you would come back to your avatar, add a new look. So maybe I got a video of me walking down the street. So now I can use that one instead of the one in the backyard. Or maybe I want to have one where I'm at the desk where then I can use this avatar. So it literally gives you like unlimited flexibility. So hopefully you can just see how powerful this actually is. So now let's just talk about a couple of business use cases you can actually implement this with. So first, as I mentioned, is being able to do marketing videos and sales videos without constant filming. You really need to just have one film of yourself. And if you want multiple looks, one film of yourself in different outfits. And then you can continue to create content without having to actually do it yourself. And being able to split test, I think, is one of the other super important use cases with this. Just imagine if you had a really good video, but you wanted to test 3 different hooks to see which hook brought people in the most. You can now have your AI avatar and then type in hook 1, generate the file, type in hook 2, generate the file, type in hook 3, generate the file, and then you can test post them on social media to see which one does the best. And normally before, you would have literally had to sit down and record that hook 3 different times. But now you don't even have to record it once. You record your main source video, and then you can continue to create other videos based on that going forward. So it makes it super easy to do stuff like A/B testing. And then things like onboarding and training videos. This is where you may not necessarily want to use your avatar. You could use one of HeyGen's avatars and say, hey, this is like our lead trainer, and they're going to go through the onboarding process with you. And then you just put in the script for that lead trainer. And then now you have a whole onboarding set or training videos that you can then utilize within your business. And the best part of this is being able to now have the opportunity to do daily social media content with zero burnout. I mean, zero burnout. Unless your fingers are going to get tired from you actually having to type in what the script is, literally, you're not having to worry about doing all the filming and stuff like that. So, final thoughts. What if you could be in 2 places at one time? What would that look like? Well, hopefully, you can see that I just showed you that. I can literally have someone on my team right now doing my whole setup that I just showed you, going out and posting all this content. And it looks like I'm doing it, but I'm actually right here recording this video for you, doing something completely different. So it's literally like, how is it possible to be in 2 places at one time? We just showed you. And now you can, thanks to AI. Your digital twin will be able to work for you while you run your business. Now, look, if you like this type of content and you want to learn how you can implement AI into your business to not only make more money, but most importantly, save time and reduce burnout, definitely make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel. We're going to be diving into all sorts of stuff related to AI. And in addition to that, if you are a person that are not sure if AI is ready for you or if you are ready for AI, then take my quick survey. At the bottom in the description, there's going to be a link for my AI readiness survey. Just a couple of questions to see how your business is currently operating and where you can find improvements with AI. And with that, I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.